Game movies, hey? We've had a few really good ones lately, such as Sonic and Super Mario, and yes, they are both good films. We've also had a few mixed bags as well, such as Mortal Kombat. I mean, that was good, but Cole? Seriously? Anyway, I've never played this game, and all I know is that it's about some abandoned store where animatronic puppets come to life and terrorize people, right? So if I've never played the game, am I qualified to talk about the movie? Well, I like horror movies, so I guess so. And that also hasn't stopped 100 plus other reviews of this movie appearing online either. What I know about Five Nights at Freddy's, hereforth known as FNAF, is 2 words: preteen horror. And I'm cool with that, because horror doesn't need to be excessively gory or full on scary to be creepy. As long as the movie is self-aware of what it's doing, then there's fun to be had. And this movie is very much self-aware, just in a subtle way. A man who has trouble holding down a stable job due to some childhood trauma reluctantly accepts a position as a night guard in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. Long abandoned by the owner, his role essentially is to ensure no one breaks into the store in the evening. The man lives with his younger sister, and one evening he takes her to work. On a trip to the toilet, she interacts with the animatronic characters of the pizza store who spring to life in a chorus of song and dance. But there is more to these characters than meets the eye. The ghosts of kidnapped children are buried within them, and they're desperate for a new play friend. Honestly, as far as plots go, this one ain't too bad. And unless you're a horror movie snob or some kind of edgelord movie reviewer who hates everything just to be cool, there's actually a bit of fun to be had with this film. I watch a lot of Asian horror movies, so I know what makes a crappy, uninteresting film, and this movie is far from that. Like most modern films, especially horror, the movie starts off with a quick kill to get your interest and then slows right down as it sets the pace and introduces the concepts, the character trauma, and the build-up to the ending. There are no surprises here. Everything's telegraphed for you if you're paying enough attention, and without any knowledge of the game, I'm not sure how accurate it is for someone with a deep background into the game's lore. And while this is just a fun but average film, there's something I really loved: the puppets. And the setting, so that's actually 2 things. Instead of the filmmakers using CGI for the animatronic characters, they've actually created puppets instead, which adds a more authentic 80s feel, which was the other aspect of the film I loved. And as a final note, seeing Matthew Lillard as a middle-aged man and not the goofy half of Scream duo that I knew him as was a sobering reminder of how old I am. A fun, if slightly long, horror game to movie adaptation that could stand on its own 2 feet without the gaming IP attached to it, such as the novelty of the concept. A Horror-Lite movie would be a great description of this one. What it lacks in scares, it makes up for in style. This would be an enjoyable early Saturday evening film to watch before a main event movie. I'm the Artie Dans, and thank you for watching this review here on SHOCKMANIA.